Hello, my name is Margaret Hewitt, and I'm the president of the Contractors Assistance Association, and today is our first annual Shark Tank event. We are so excited because it gives small companies a chance to share what they do best with large companies, and it gives the large companies a chance to say how they can help the small companies. It's all about building relationships. That's what we're doing with CAA and CEA as we do programs like this now and in the future. So we have 5 contestants and 5 sharks, so if you missed it, you missed it. But hopefully we'll do it again. So come next time.
Hello, this is Fatima Ware of WTD Mechanical, and I am here today as a contestant for Shark Tank. I am so honored to be chosen to get a chance to pitch my company to the sharks in hopes that my company will grow, and this is with the CEA, Construction Employers Association, so I look forward to being chosen. Thanks.
Hello, good morning. My name is Fred Alert from the Alert Pioneer Plumbing Company. I'm a local 55 plumbing contractor specializing in new construction, renovations, and remodels. We also do service work, and I'm here today to present to a few sharks, some prime contractors, to see if I get a little bit of assistance with my plumbing company, and we look forward to today's events.
Well, good morning. My name is Ronnie Thompson. I am the president of RL Co. Enterprise Incorporated. So today I am doing Shark Tank. This is the first time I've done anything like this, so I'm super excited to pitch my business, what we do here in Cleveland, and I mean, that's pretty much it. Trying to grow, meet new people, and that's what it's all about. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Perry. I'm the owner of Roma Designs Construction, and we're here, and I'm also a member of CAA and CEA, and it's just great to be here. We're here to talk about our businesses, and so I'm here to talk about what the things that I need for to go forward in, and so just glad to be here and glad to meet you guys. Bye.
Hi, I'm Kirkpatrick, project engineer at the AKA team. I'm here today to pitch our company to learn more about bidding and estimating and winning contracts with us being a general contractor. I'm excited to hopefully impress the sharks and to get some good lessons out of it.
I appreciate seriously everybody's being here as well as our panel. You'll have a chance to hear from them a few minutes as well as our contestants for today, in the room today, that I also want to thank and acknowledge for their presence. First and foremost, Cindy Leeson from Tri-C, who's the Vice President of Capital Facilities and Planning. Cindy, everybody can't see you. Cindy is Tri-C is our host for today. Great space, and appreciate all of your continued support for the construction industry, as well as educating and providing workforce opportunities for Greater Cleveland. So CEA, for those who aren't totally familiar, just a 30-second, we're an association of contractors, general and subcontractors, trade. We offer a lot of education, programming, we bargain labor contracts. Then the third area of involvement is really the public affairs area, which is workforce, diversity and inclusion, and working with like an ACE Mentor program, which is kind of one of those efforts that's near and dear to my heart. But we're pleased that the new officers of CAA, who I'd like to also ask to stand and be acknowledged, starting with Margaret Hewitt, who's our president, Madam President. And you can stay standing, remain standing. Our Vice President, Shakuri Davis, the Next Generation. Our Secretary is Chris House. And then our Treasurer, who we'll hear from in a second, is, what's your name again? Heather Baines from HRSC Construction. But, so this team of officers, along with a couple other executive committee members, Orlando Taylor in the back is the chair of education. Adrian Maldonado is not with us today, but he is the workforce and employment committee chair. And Shakuri is our third committee chair, is also playing both vice president, but also chairing the contracting committee. So we appreciate the work that you are doing as officers and leaders of the association. This is kind of an idea that I think that came out of one of our probably evenings social/business meetings, and we give credit to both Heather and Chris for their insight in pulling this together today. That's about all I want to say for introductory remarks, with one other exception. So thank you, officers, for standing. Want to also acknowledge a couple of other accounting CAA members who offer accounting and legal services. Part of this today was, yes, the pitch, but it's also really, in the end, it's how do we support small businesses. And so we have a couple of companies today that are will provide services. Some of them aren't here today, but we have represented today H&W accounting firm with John Forbes, and then Nathan Pangrace representing Han Lozier. Matt Grassel, I'm sorry, Matt. But this is an opportunity, I think, for us to figure out how we can develop some additional support services for these small companies as they continue to grow. I was talking to another attorney in the room a few minutes ago who said the number one thing she's learned beyond her tenure at Thompson Hine is that it's really about cash flow, which I think those of you in business know, that you can't be in business without finances. I would say that, you know, there's a lot of other components that come to that, right? There's banking, financing, there's surety. So we also have Richard Perry here from Pinckney Perry, who's a surety professional and will be doing some additional programming for CAA here in the next few months. We'd hope that, you know, as we have some owners here in the room, as we have some large general contractors or CMs and primes, is that you recognize cash flow for your own business, but also help to make sure that as you're signing contracts, awarding contracts, that you consider retainage, you consider prompt pay, and some of those things which will really help foster and support small businesses. With that, I'd like to now introduce our treasurer, Heather Baines, to make some introductions. Thank you.
Well, I want to welcome everybody this afternoon to Shark Tank. This is our first attempt to do this. We're really excited for our contestants, and we really want to make sure that we thank our sharks today. So today we have Mark Panzica, Panzica Construction. We have Lonnie Coleman, Coleman and Spahn. We have Fred Rogers representing Ozan Construction. We have Ed Valentine representing Gilbane. And then we have the great Jason Jones, Turner Construction. Well, I had to do that for somebody. You know, Greg Solo was going to be Mr. Wonderful. Yeah, you're going to be Mr. Wonderful. So without any further ado, these are the instructions for the Shark Tank. The audience is not allowed to ask any questions. There will be no hand clapping. The contestant will come to the podium. They will have 5 minutes. Shakori will be tracking the time. When we get to 3 minutes, he will kind of let us know where we're at. And the contestant is going to present their company, which hopefully all of you got a bulletin. So really nice capability statements that are in here. And they're going to talk about their company, and then we're going to find out what services they need to help them grow and keep developing their company and get lots and lots of business, but be great business people at the same time. So without any further ado, our first contestant is Chris Kilpatrick. He's with AKA team.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Kirkpatrick. I'm the project engineer at the AKA team. The AKA team was founded in 2009 by the CEO, Arian Kirkpatrick, who's with us today. We specialize in 3 different divisions: waterproofing, construction management, and small projects division, which consists of post-construction clean, general trades, carpentry, and things like that. The AKA team is certified for the MBE, FBE, and EDGE certifications for the City of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, and the state of Ohio. We are considered a small company. We have about 7 employees in office and about 50 outside in the field that consist of project managers, project engineers, superintendents, and tradesmen, which consist of like journeymen, waterproofers, and carpenters. The AKA team is very active within the CEA and the CAA. Our CEO was a previous member of the CEA board and past president of the CAA. Over the past 10 years, we've been lucky to work on a lot of good projects within the Northeast Ohio community. For waterproofing division, we recently finished a project with Tri-C actually doing hot water fluid waterproofing. The architect that we worked with was City Architect, and that was about a $500,000 contract. That project was really successful for us, and we look forward to doing more projects similar to that in our waterproofing division. Another project we worked with in construction management division was the Cleveland Clinic Foundation, where we renovated the 4th floor of the J building and demoed the offices, including the chairman's office. That was about a $250,000 contract, and we worked with Marshall and Farkas Architect, and the general contractor was AKA Team. The last division that we worked with, the small projects division, was the small projects division. We worked with the Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority, or the CMHA. And that project was no architect actually on board, but we did renovations through the bathroom renovations for the apartments, flooring, walls, those type of things, and the project was worth $80,000, and we were the general contractors on that project. Which leads me to why I'm here today. The AKA team, we pride ourselves on being on time, dependable, and in budget on a lot of projects that we work on. And one project in particular, the CMHA project, we missed the mark a little bit. So we did an internal analysis, and we figured out that we misallocated management hours. We didn't have clear communication with the owner, and we didn't understand the scope of work completely. We think that you guys can help us a lot with that. We think that our wheelhouse could be general contracting going into the future, and we think that the $250,000 to $5 million contracts would really be good for us. We think that specifically estimating and bidding, we could use a lot more help learning more about that, seeing what you guys' process is from start to finish, and hopefully that could take us from where we are now to where we want to be in the future. Thank you.
Sharks, this is your opportunity to figure out everything he told you about his company, where they're going, what they're doing, and what their needs are. So based on what Mr. Kirkpatrick has told you guys about his company today, what is it that you're willing to offer him? What can the Sharks provide? You got 5 minutes.
I have a question. Chris?
Yes.
AKA team, is that primarily Northeast Ohio, or are you in other cities in the state of Ohio where you're trying to expand and grow your operation?
We are mainly in Northeast Ohio, but we have done some waterproofing jobs in Columbus at OSU, so we are kind of interested in expanding, yes.
Have you considered more partnering with some of the major players to take you under their wings to help you in the growth and development of your organization?
Yes, we have worked a lot with Turner Construction, partnering with them a lot. Infinity Construction, we partner with them. We're currently partnering with them now on the Warrensville School project. So we've partnered with bigger companies a lot.
So I have a few questions. You've kind of raised a couple different niches that you seem to have gotten into. Waterproofing, I see you're signatory to 8 different unions, final cleaning, general contracting, CM services. Where do you see AK team wanting to be in the next couple of years?
We definitely want to continue growing our waterproofing division. We've seen that division is very profitable. We also really want to, our main focus would probably be general contracting. We really want to grow that division, and that's pretty much the reason why we're here today. It's to focus on that division.
So follow up to that, why do you want to grow the general contracting division? Is that a profit center, or is it just a way to introduce new markets? Is the CM side not as profitable, or?
It's more of a little a mix of both. We definitely see it being more profitable than the CM, maybe not as much as the waterproofing, but we have worked on a couple of general contractor contracts, and we've seen success in those. And a little bit of it is luck, a little bit of it is just working with the right people, but we really want to hone in on those skills and like perfect it.
Kind of going along the lines, Mark, it appears that if you're doing self-performing, you can kind of control your destiny. The general contracting piece, it looks like you're going to have subcontractors. So again, we're just a little fuzzy as to what your target is going to be in terms of profit.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Self-performing versus hiring subcontractors in the general contracting realm. Looks like you can control your destiny with self-performing and make more money than general contracting. We have to hire a lot of subs and a lot of other additional management. Just a question, which way are you trying to lean?
Well, we do both, but I guess our focus is like we're more interested in leaning towards the general contracting where we don't have as much overhead that we see in other contracts that we have.
So we're talking in generalities. Is your focus more teaching your people how to, or training your people how to look at what you're bidding and making sure that you've got the right scope of work? You talked about communication. You talked about not understanding what a couple of the owners wanted. Is it something about laying out how to do a bid, or laying out what's the best way to do a bid? Is estimating, or, I mean, we're not going to aim it towards general contracting or waterproofing, but we could probably help on, what to look for when you're bidding a project and how to get through the contract documents.
Yeah, that's something that we're definitely interested in from start to finish, how like the bigger companies are getting a contract, reading through it, estimating, submitting a bid. We'd love to sit in on that.
Well, hey, is there a shark that has an offer for Mr. Kirkpatrick?
Well, I guess that leaves me then. Well, which I was gonna bust in anyway, but it's an offer of a trade. So I'll trade you some help with project setup, cost control, and how we go about working as a general contractor. If you'll come to our office and teach our people presentation skills, because I think you've done a great job at that. So yeah.
Thank you.
So we're gonna take the offer, sir.
Yeah.
Or you can wait for a better one. You might get a better one from the other end of the table.
Thank you very much. Next on our roster, you see, we call him Fred. It's the Alert Pioneer Plumbing Company. He does have the second page to his capability statement that he's going to share with you, gentlemen.
My name is Fred Alert. I'm the owner of the Alert Pioneer Plumbing Company, or Pioneer Plumbing for short. We focus on residential service calls, commercial service, but also in commercial remodels, renovations, and new construction, focusing on projects about $70,000 or less. We are CSB, MBE, LPE, and SRP certified with the City of Cleveland, MBE certified with Cuyahoga County, and MBE certified with the State of Ohio. We are waiting on the Department of Administrative Services to call us back so we can schedule for our EDGE in-house visit and our interview. And we're also finishing up our DBE certification with ODOT, the airport, and RTA. And we spent about 10 hours filling out our 8A application, so I'm just finishing that up also. Thank you for telling me to do that, Ronnie. Our company has over 29 years of experience combined in commercial plumbing. I was a foreman for John F. Gallagher Mechanical. I went through a 5-year apprenticeship program, and then I left Gallagher in 2017 to start my own shop. And the other journeyman plumber that works for us, he's worked on a number of huge commercial projects. So he's very experienced, and that's all field experience. Some projects that we recently completed were the Revital Med Spa in Westlake, Ohio. The owner was Labad Real Estate. The architect was Brandt Architectural, LLC. It was a small project of $14,400. The contract was held by Maverick Restoration. And basically what we had to do was come into an existing dental office with a ton of nitrogen line, oxygen lines, nitrous oxide, gas lines, water lines, and we demoed it safely, and then we converted it into a medical spa. So we didn't really have really good prints, so we created our own layout, performed our own core drilling, and so on and so forth, and we finished the rough-in plumbing. We did have to work in an occupied space below, which is a lot of what I've done. Being a foreman for Gallagher, we worked at Lakeland Community College. I was a foreman at the VA hospital. Lots of projects where we did renovations. So knowing how to work with someone else in a building in an occupied space is something that we strive in. Another recently completed project was interesting. It was a temporary Walgreens pharmacy. And we completed this for the Walgreens company. Basically, Walgreens is losing their leases in our area, and so in order to still service the community, they're opening up temporary double-wide trailers, but they have to be repiped. So the owner was the Walgreens company. The architect was Robert M. Lucius, an architect out of Minnesota. It was another small project, $11,852. The contract was held by the Pleasant Valley Corporation out of Medina, Ohio. And some of the work we performed was running a new reverse osmosis system. We replumbed the trailers. We had to tie into an existing building. We ran about 120 feet of 1-inch water line. We had to make sure that it got properly protected. We used Thermotech to insulate for us, and we heat traced the water line, making sure it could survive the winter. We installed a few water heaters there also. Another recently completed project was another Walgreens temporary trailer. This was at 21317 Broadway Avenue. The owner, again, is the Walgreens company. Architect was Began Architectural Designs, and it was valued at $21,144. And the second phase of this project is beginning next week. The contract was held by the Pleasant Valley Corporation, and this was even more unique. They didn't have water connections from the city of Cleveland, so they had to provide a potable water. So we had to install a potable water tank, connect the tank to the plumbing system in the building, and then we had to replumb the building because there was a lot of leaks. The trailer came from a hurricane disaster. So we had to replumb the building, new sanitary lines, temporary holding tanks, a reverse osmosis system, and 3 water heaters.
You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to tell the Sharks what you want.
So the reason I'm here is because I do have experience as a foreman. But in my basements, there's 35 prints, jobs that I spent hours on estimating. I know I only received 3 of those jobs in 2 years. So obviously, as Shaq tells me, I need to sharpen my pencil. So I'd like to get a little help with estimating from an experienced plumbing estimator, not according to what I was taught in the books that I read, but according to the market here in Northeast Ohio. So which shark is willing to help my company?
I'm the only mechanical sitting up here. And I've had some conversations with Fred in the past and offered some suggestions to him as well. A question first for you, Fred. Where do you see your company in 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Well, I wouldn't mind staying in the same smaller market, being nimble, working on small projects where they can turn over quickly. We're not waiting 120 days. We're not hiring 20, 30 contractors, and then I'm out of business because I'm over my head. You know, I don't mind being small and doing projects like we're getting a lot of estimates for Regency right now, small projects. I don't mind staying there. I don't mind being that contractor for the primes in our area.
Well, and the reason I ask that, in our market here in the city of Cleveland, there's not a lot of capacity when it comes to mechanical contracting. So I'm really happy to see you here and taking on the challenge to be a mechanical contractor in this industry. We don't do as much plumbing as we used to do, but there's an opportunity with our organization to be able to partner with us where there's a plumbing need and we're not going to do the work, where we can offer you that assistance. We can provide you with some estimating guidance and those things to help you along. I'm in that generation when Jim and I started in business back in '76. At one time, we were the new guys on the block, and now we're the old guys on the block, and we don't see a whole lot coming up behind us. So anytime we get an opportunity to help, you know, a young guy such as yourself, then we're ready to jump on that opportunity to be able to do it so that when we're gone, we know that our city's in good hands with some capable plumbing contractors coming on board behind us. So I am willing to partner with you, mentor you, in whatever capacity that I can to help you along in the growth and development of your organization.
I really appreciate it. I accept. I started filling out the pre-qualification application, and then we got slammed with work, and a couple of questions I didn't understand, so I have to reach back out to the gentleman that sent me the application. It was about 2 weeks ago we met at Doing Business with Tri-C.
Okay, yeah, because I would think everybody up here has pre-qualification processes, and there's two ways to increase your hit rate, right? One is to sharpen your pencil, and the other one is to be more selective about what you can do well and just bid smarter, right? So if you have more choices to make, maybe you don't bid every project, but you bid the ones that fit your wheelhouse. So sorry, I didn't mean that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So next, we have on our roster, she's a new member, she's a rock star, R.L. Cole. She joined CEA and CAA, and she's just fabulous. She's going to tell you more about her and her company.
So, good afternoon. Do you guys, okay, all right. So again, good afternoon. I do want to thank you guys for agreeing to do this. As it is this is my first time doing something like this. I'm extremely excited to have this opportunity. So my name is Ronnie Thompson. I am president of RL Co. Enterprise Incorporated. And real quick today, I just want to tell you about our business, describe some of the projects that we've done, and then just tell you 2 areas that we believe we can use assistance from you and continue our growth. RL Co. is a second-generation, female-owned business here in Cleveland, Ohio. We've been in business for over 25 years. Our services are dependable and reliable. We perform hauling aggregates, spoils removal, and clean fill. We are certified with the City of Cleveland, the Sewer District, Regional Transit Authority, the Ohio Turnpike Commission, as well as ODOS. And the Ohio Turnpike Commission, I feel like I'm missing one, so forgive me. We have certifications as an MBE, FBE, DBE, CSB, LPE, CSB, LPE, DBE, WBE, FBE, a host. It's a lot to try to keep that in my memory. But again, we've worked on a lot of projects here in Cleveland, Ohio, some ranging from 10,000 all the way to 1 million here lately. We're very proud of that. We like to say we have a small fleet, but powerful. We have 5 dump trucks and 1 excavator. Our oldest piece of equipment is a 2015 Mack white dump truck. So having said that, let me describe some of the projects that we have performed on in the last couple years. The Dome Brook Stream Bank Stabilization, that was with the Sewer District. The dollar amount, contract amount was $514,000. We did approximately 520 loads. That was 12,000 tons of material, again, in an hourly excavation material and clean fill. On that project, we ran approximately 3 to 5 trucks per day, and that was for Tucson Incorporated. The second project was Westerly Storage Tunnel, again for the Sewer District, and that dollar amount project was $1 million. In actuality, we performed $1.5 million in performance work. We had 13,000 hours of hauling of spoils and material. We ran approximately 4 to 10 trucks per day on that project. And the project is completed, obviously. However, the cleanup, they have asked us to come back and do the cleanup portion of that. And that was under J.D. Obayashi's contract. The third project I'll talk about today was Dome Valley Storage Tunnel, and with the Sewer District as well. The dollar amount was $244,000. We did approximately 2,700 hours of hourly hauling and 21 tons of material. We ran about 3 to 5 trucks per day, and again, they have requested that we perform the cleanup on that project as well. So yes, obviously we have had some success, great success, and with that success comes learning curves. One of the areas that has come to forefront or concern for us is the prevailing wage rate, the wage that we are bidding for. I have known for some time that I was concerned with the rate that we're putting out there. It became clear that we are under bidding ourselves. Roughly, I had to change an invoice for about $200. So that's leaving a lot of dollars on the table for us with just one invoice with only 2 workers that day. So that's a lot of money if you lump everything together. So on that, we're looking at getting assistance with making sure we're establishing a correct wage. I think that would be beneficial for us. The second thing would be, and last thing, would be looking at, we are able at this point, we believe, to perform general contracting. So there are several bids with the City of Cleveland, and we feel we are able to go after them. However, that will be something new for us. So getting the guidance to complete a bid package geared towards or for the City of Cleveland would be strategically beneficial for our growth. And that's it, those 2 areas. And I think that's it for me. So which shark is going to sign up to work with us? Thank you.
I guess I'll start off. A couple of questions. Prevailing wage rate. Just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah.
You're working on prevailing wage projects, but you didn't bid it as prevailing wage?
No. So yes, we did. But I guess what happens is, of course, I paid the wage, but that additional portion I cover what my drivers need, no problem. But the profit, I'm under. So
the rate you charge per hour
it
doesn't
should be
cover,
higher.
it covers some of your fixed costs, but doesn't give
Exactly.
you the overhead and profit.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
And then the general contracting piece, again, as I asked with AKA, you're going to be looking to hire subcontractors that you have some relationship with now, or you're going to?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're looking for all divisions of work within this general contracting?
Well, the component is specifically hauling. It's hauling debris, so that is just in line with what we do. And currently, like I said, we have 5 trucks. So, okay, so the 3 jobs that I spoke about, they were running simultaneously. So on any given day, with those 3 jobs running, we could have had anywhere from, let's say, 10 to 18 trucks running. So we only have, at that time, 4. So we do have relationships with subcontractors, quality subcontractors, and we're able to work with them. So that would also allow us to move into that GC component. But again, it's still hauling.
Okay, so GC is general contracting, but mainly for hauling, not building buildings and things like that.
We're not there.
Okay, all right.
But thank you for thinking that.
No, I was just asking. We would be willing to have you sit with us and have our controller go over the prevailing wage piece to kind of show you how to establish a rate that is gives you return.
Thank you.
And then perhaps a little bit of help from our estimating department just going over the City of Cleveland bid process.
Okay.
So we could, we would be willing to do both of those items. Only because I know your parents.
I have a question.
That's good.
In your working relationship with the other contractors that do the same thing that you do, and they may call upon you to assist them because they need some type of minority or female participation on their projects.
Okay.
Have you developed a relationship close enough with one of them where they could help you and guide you with pricing on your projects and, kind of help you down the path to be able to make sure you're doing it right and not leaving so much on the table?
I'm going to say yes. It would be my error in not reaching out and asking that question. I do believe we have excellent relations with our primes in that, yes, DV status, minority status, but they also, we complete our portion and they continue to use us. So you're correct. I should do that. Thank you.
Well, sorry. Rodney, we spoke probably about a month or so ago. Have you thought about any strategic partnerships with certain, whether it be excavators or demo contractors, to kind of make an alliance with them to have some maybe more consistent work? Like
I have thought of that, and I have thought about that, especially since our conversation. So the identifying piece is one thing, building a relationship as I continue to build relationships. I have not identified anybody, but I'm open to that, so yes.
So I guess our offer would be to help introduce you to contractors, excavators, demo contractors that have a need for hauling, that may have that at least make the introductions and help explore other opportunities.
So am I supposed to choose between the two of y'all? Wait a minute.
Okay, so this is really tricky. Ed, did you want to say something?
Nothing else on the table, please.
I told you she was a rock star. So.
I have one more thing.
Wait a minute.
I know that you're going to get help from Fred. He said he's going to come and assist you, or you two get together to be able to do that. Our company just recently won a contract with the state of Ohio called Third Party Administrator. We do a lot of work with the Department of Natural Resources where they're asking for things that's right in your wheelhouse. And what I'd like to offer to you is the opportunity to come in our office, sit down, be pre-qualified with us. We have a ton of contracts at $500,000 and lower, and we could possibly put you in a position where you can do a lot of work as a prime contractor servicing the state. And we do the whole state of Ohio, so that could be a great opportunity for you.
What the heck?
Okay, so you got 3 great offers on the table. 3 great offers, made some heck of a connections today, so you got to pick one of them. One offer you pick today.
This is not funny. This is not.
You build a relationship. So today, for this purpose, you pick your best offer. What is it that you needed? It was the scheduling, it was the estimating.
Yeah, recap.
So which one?
My lip is shaking. I need that. Okay. How many minutes do I have to make this decision? Like right now?
Yeah, right now.
Hey, we can share in the deal, right?
Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose number
Okay, I'm going to save you
3.
on this one. Since these two are partnering, you can still take Mark's offer.
Okay, because I was going to say it so they all come in.
Okay.
I was
So
about to
you're gonna
pitch
accept
it.
the offers?
All 3.
All right, thank you.
I was. Okay. Thank you guys. I really appreciate this.
Okay, our next contestant we have, a longtime friend. He's been around a long time, Roma Designs and Construction. Perry and Jeff, you guys want to come on up? They're going to give their pitch.
Hi, everybody. My name is Perry Williams. I'm the owner of Roma Designs Construction, and I'm really pleased to be here today. A lot of friends here, people I've been known for quite a while, and I really look forward to speaking with you guys about our future and what we're looking at doing. And I see some people looking at getting into general contracting. I've been doing that for a while, but I tell you, Jeff would like to talk to you now.
I'm going to keep you from talking too much. My name's Jeffrey Metcalf, and I'm pretty much familiar with the general audience in this room. I pretty much work with everybody. I've been doing this 35 years. I'm working with Roma Design as a project manager. Our efforts are to step into a market that's a little different. We have done general contracting. We did a job with Walsh, the Southerly Wastewater Treatment Plant, where we were responsible for $9 million worth of work, which is about 15 contractors, subcontractors.
Yes.
We found out that sometimes the water, when it's deep, it is cold. And things can happen. And we're trying to figure out that being a general contractor is a very tough thing to do. Managing contractors and being able to keep up with your payroll, being able to keep up with the pay for the subcontractors. So we find it now that it's a little better to find the smaller jobs, okay? That doesn't mean we're not capable of doing the multi-million-dollar jobs, but the influx of cash into the office to make sure that we maintain payroll, make sure we pay our vendors, is critical to the growth of the company. And we're working in that effort to move our skill set not away from general contracting, but more into a rough carpentry and finished carpentry type of work. We still will do the general contracting work, but we want to kind of pinpoint that to our community, so when something grows in the community or needs to be built in the community, we want to be front and center on that. You know, we have a skill set there that is extremely well. We've done a wastewater treatment plant. We've done work with Turner at UH. We did Cleveland Heights University baseball complex, that new building off of Cedar. We did a park in Sandusky, $1.3 million worth of a park with restrooms and facilities there. And we're doing a fire station, about $1.9 million outside of Columbus in a city called Millersport. And believe me, when you're in small cities, it's not
Everybody
easy.
know everybody.
Everybody know everybody. So our effort here is, since I have worked with Turner, I've worked with Ed, I did work with you, Mark, and I know Lonnie and Fred from way back when I worked with Bradley Construction, is the niche is a hard place to be. I do probably 90% of the management of the company. I do most of the bills, and I do most of the bidding. But unfortunately, this body and brain is beginning to deteriorate over time. So our efforts would be to find someone that we could use in an estimating skill set. And we would also need finances to help move ourselves in that direction. It's not for growth, it's for relationships to build, to keep the work consistent.
Yes, okay. Our needs are, and now I get to talk a little bit because Jeff talks a lot.
I do.
It's to strengthen our estimating and administrative back office to ensure we are operating efficiently, to gain more experience and grow additional opportunities. The future, our visions are over the next 2 to 3 years is to continue to invest in sustainable business and to support our community, to keep supporting it like we have been done. And thank you very much. That's all we have to say.
It's your turn.
I guess I'll start. Our history goes back quite a ways, and appreciate all that you've done for us through the years. And I think starting with some feedback about the new strategic focus of your business is important, because there's lots of people that talk about being a general contractor. I love the analogy of the deep end and the cold water.
Yes.
Because I think gets underappreciated. So, in terms of our relationship, goes back many years, but it's been rather stagnant in the last couple. So I guess I'll start with feedback, but then also start with, regardless of whatever offer you choose, I'd like to host you guys in our office to just reestablish the connections with Jeff in our procurement department and some of our other project managers that you've worked with in the past. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other, sir?
Yeah. So is it you need some introductions to smaller projects and things? We've got a lot of activity going on, and we can help out introducing you to a number of different owners and clients that maybe guide you towards finished carpentry rather than out of the rough carpentry areas and things. So I would offer that to have you come in and meet our procurement department and our purchasing, and maybe have a little lunch and learn, so that our superintendents and project managers can get to know you guys and work with you guys on other smaller projects that could be more sustainable along the way.
Can I comment to the Shark?
Yes,
Shortly. I don't want anyone to get an idea that rough carpentry is a step to finished carpentry. It is a world all its own.
Sure.
And I found that world to be great. I don't mind doing finishing, but I like rough carpentry as well, because it's something nobody else wants to do.
Okay.
And it's not to build a whole bunch of bids in there. I'm building relationships. So if I built a relationship with you, then you're going to carry me. If I build a relationship with him, he's going to carry me. And that's the whole focus of what we're trying to do. I'm not trying to be the best, but I want to be good. Good. All the time.
Absolutely.
Good.
Okay.
So I have two questions. What was your thought about the estimating support? I guess, how did you envision that happening?
Well, because we don't have an enormous amount of staff, and
Right.
I have been doing all those tasks. And unfortunately, you know, I think I shortened the skill set of the company by trying to do it all. I need to have someone else do that estimating and check them, because I can find the pieces and parts that a seasoned estimator may miss.
We would like to see some new things, some new ideas on how to estimate different things, because it's always learning. So we're here to learn. We have a young guy, Terrence, that's in our office. He does CADs, and he has a very good mind at numbers and taking off stuff. And I think he'd be very good at doing that. So that's why we want to get him going in that. And we have some good superintendents. We have a superintendent named John, and actually his son, and he's a journeyman carpenter. And his son he's a superintendent too, and he's a great carpenter. So these are the people that we have. We just want to do some good work, and we want to just take care of things and build a relationship that we have. Because this is home.
What do we have on the table? What's our offers here? What are we looking at?
Well,
Let's talk. Who are you going to accept? You got 2 offers on the table. 2?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jason, he's always been there for us. We did work Gilbane, and we did work with Panzica. Actually, our first job was with Panzica.
Okay, so today you're going to take both, or you're going to take
both? Before he must have.
Hold on, I wasn't talking about the Juvenile Justice Center and the job I did.
Guys, Mark's got a fair question, because I think in times past we've welcomed you into our office and kind of went through how we perform our estimating.
Right.
And I think where Mark's headed here, and maybe I can make it. I'll be bold as to make an offer for one of the other Sharks. How's that? I think it would be helpful for you to ask one of these guys to let you come into their office and see how they do their estimating, because you've experienced how we do it. There's different tools, there's different technologies. I think understanding that could then help you.
I don't think that we fail. We don't fail at estimating.
No.
It's just that there's only one of me.
Well, it's an efficiency.
Yes.
Mark, is there an offer maybe?
I don't know, maybe it's not there.
I guess here, my offer would be to bring you in and talk about where your time constraint needs are, because honestly, the biggest piece that you're going to have is you need someone to bring it in, but you need to fund it, right? That's the biggest challenge, right? I mean, you have overhead that you don't want to carry to have an estimator, but so I think looking at different technology to help with estimating, if that makes one of your other people more efficient, we could help with that.
Gentlemen,
Your call.
you accept?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
I'm still coming to see you,
Sheriff.
Jason.
Yeah, of course, Jason. Thank you. Thank you.
So our last contestant, my baby sister, she has her back to me, is WTD Mechanical, LLC. She's another rock star that we have.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so thankful to have this opportunity to be in front of you guys. Mine is going to be really short. My name is Fatima Ware of WTD Mechanical. We are a mechanical contractor that specializes in sheet metal HVAC demolition, installation, as well as fire and smoke damper inspection. We're signatory with Local 33, and I am still a card-holding member. Certified minority business, female business, small business, disadvantaged business with the federal, state, and local levels, as well as the sewer district. Some of my most recent projects, I'm really nervous, so excuse me, because I can hear it in my voice. My most recent projects, Providence House. The owner was Providence House. The contract, approximately $55,000. The architect was Hitty, DeFrancesco, and Seabrook. I really don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's what was on the prints. And my contract was held with A.M. Higley. My company was responsible for the relocation of condensing units, installation of radiant panel heaters, air distribution, supply, return, exhaust, ductwork, grills, etc. Another project was the King Kennedy Boiler Room. The owner is CMHA. The architect was Osborne Engineering, and my project was approximately $57,000. The contract was held by Automatic Mechanical. My company was responsible for the demolition of the existing boiler flue and installation of new boiler flue and associated ductwork, outside air, louvers, etc. Third project was Tri-C, owner Tri-C, the architect Weber, Murphy and Fox, and the contract was approximately $500,000. My contract was held with Castle Heating and Air, and I purchased equipment, and I also provided labor to install that equipment, exhaust fans, ductwork, grills, louvers, things of that nature. Then I have 2 projects coming up. Metro Health, Crocker Park with Regency. It is still in the negotiation phase. And the Metro Health West 25th with T.H. Martin, which they have actually been really helpful with teaching me things that I don't know about the office. So my background is that I went through the Local 33 apprenticeship, became a journeyman, and started my company. So I can install the ductwork. I am still installing. And so I think for my company to grow, I need to not be in the field as much and spend more time estimating. So I've learned estimating on my own, but I'm noticing that I don't get as many wins as I want to get, which I'm quite sure nobody really gets as many wins as they want to get. So what I think that my company could has the potential to be really great, but I do need help with, I think, the responses that I've gotten from general contractors that I bid to is my verbiage in the bid responses. So I would like a little bit of help with that. So the bidding process. And that is it. Please help me. Anybody, everybody.
Is, in your bidding process, is it understanding the documents? Is it just complete? You said it's your verbiage in responding?
So I think it's really, when I submit the bid, I submit a price. A lot of times my price has been higher, but I've learned that I have to cut down on my numbers a little bit. But I think it's the verbiage where I put the scope, because they'll come back and say, well, how many linear feet of the hydronic piping, or how many linear feet of this, or whatever. And then what I realize is I don't know what I don't know, if that makes any sense. So if I've never seen the big, I had never been in the office before. I had always been on the field. So I understand the prints, but in bidding the prints and putting down, well, I need this and that. I saw some prints about earlier this week. It wasn't prints, actually, it was like a scope. And it was so foreign to me because I don't know. Everything I had, I made up on my own to try to bid.
Fatima, you mentioned that you're working with T.H. Martin.
Yes.
Currently at the Metro Health Hospital project site. Have you taken the time to ask them to be that individual for you?
Yes.
I know when we first started our business, we were former tradesmen that came in, but we were able to get under the wings of others who taught us how to estimate, taught us how to write a scope letter, you know, taught us when to say no, okay? And if you're not getting that, you know, with your relationship with T.H. Martin, I think you need to find someone else to partner with or work with, you know. I know it's nice to be able to get the money, you know, for the projects. It helps you in your growth and development, but you want a real partner. And most people in this city will partner with you and partner with you fairly to be able to help you. They can't view you as competition. They have to view you as an associate willing to compete on their same level that they're competing on. And helping you with something as simple as verbiage and writing scope letters, you would think that they would readily jump to do that for you. Now, here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to have that conversation with T.H. Martin for you. Okay? We do a lot of work with T.H. Martin as well, and we know them well. And if they're going to work with you and help you, then I think they need to step up to the page and really work with you and really help you. That's only going to make your company better, okay?
I have spoken with Tom Martin Jr. and they've invited me to some of their meetings, but they helped me to a certain extent. So
I think you have to understand, if Lonnie talks to him, it's a little different than when you're talking. So the offer is Lonnie's going to talk to him in a certain way. So I think that's what he's offering.
Okay.
Any more offers, Sharks? Do you accept, Fatima?
Wait a minute, I'm getting more offers. Like, hold on, give him a chance to speak. I need all the help I can get.
We can also help you on the scope review letters. I mean, Lonnie's is a great offer, and I think you should take Lonnie's offer, but I think we'll also help you with helping with how to respond and how to make sure you bid to the right information and things. Be happy to help you out.
Okay. Oh, of course. I'm willing to accept any and everybody that is willing to help me, and I appreciate it because I've been asking for a long time for help. And I thank you all so very much. And also, I know this isn't part of it, but from everyone who has helped me thus far with establishing templates and learning what I need to bid to, which includes Lonnie, I really just want to say thank you, and I appreciate everyone. And CEA.
Wow, was that not something? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So, to move time along, Shaq, what time are we at? We're at closing time. So we're going to do a couple of things. I do want to thank all the Sharks for attending today. Because of time constraints, I'm just going to ask all of the contestants to come up, stand behind the Sharks. We're going to get one group photo. Once we get that one photo, then we are going to have our Madam President close us out for today. Fred, can you bring your wife? She is at FBE.
So tonight we are having just an outreach event. It is again for small businesses, minority businesses, SBE businesses, veteran businesses, and it's just an overview of some of the projects coming up right now and that we're bidding in Tri-C on the different bid packages coming up. We have a bunch of roof work, we have some garage work, we have a nursing lab, and so we're just really going through those projects. It's here at 5:30 to 7 for anyone that wants to attend.
And in particular, the new vet center, the Vet Tech Center in Parma. We're going into the second phase of that, and we really encourage you to come out, especially mechanicals and all interior and finishing work. So 5:30, pre-bid conference right in this exact same room. And thanks, Heather. And Sharks, I'll take any offer you want to give me.
One last person I want to acknowledge. I want to thank him so much for coming all the way up from Columbus and supporting us in today's effort, and that's Eric Seabrook. He's in the back, Department of DAS. So he came in and he talked about all the great things that will be going on and wanting to really be a part of what we're doing here in Cleveland. So just wanted to give you kudos today. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, for those of you all who know me, I'm going to be short, which means I'm going to be like a half an hour. Okay. I want to thank each and every person who came out today, because this is what CAA is about. It's about meeting new people, building new relationships, doing new things, and getting truly the opportunity to know one another. A lot of times we're in the room together, but we don't get a chance to really take 5 minutes and tell you about my company, talk about how I can help you, meet the other people who are in the room, owners and other companies. And so this is what we want to do more of, because we believe this is what will generate more business and better business for large companies and small companies. So we're looking at both sides of the equation. We're looking at, as they call them, majority owners and minority owners. I don't like those terms, but that's the term of the day. So I want to thank each and every one of you all for coming out, because it has made this program a success, and I am very appreciative of that. I want to talk a little bit about, this is Women in Construction Week. All the women in construction, raise your hand. Raise your hand, women in construction, women in construction. And so there will be a program here this Thursday. There'll be a panel for the National Association of Women in Construction. I was able to moderate last year, and we had a great time. And so it will be here in this room at 4:30 p.m. this Thursday. So we're continuing to support building of relationships, growing of companies. The construction industry is booming, and the construction industry is one of those industries that will be here forever, 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 forever. So if you're one of us and you love us, because everybody knows me, knows I'm a crazy construction geek, then I'm glad you're here with us, and I hope you continue to be with us and support us. Thank you very much. And I think Heather has the final closing, and she's going to say goodbye. But once again, I must say thank you.
Bye.
Heather's not going to say goodbye. She's giving gifts to our sharks, and I think, do we have the room any longer, any more time for mingling, Glenn? Oh, so you can stay, you can mingle, and get to know people, but we're finished with our program for today.
Hi, my name's Eric Seabrook, and I'm the Deputy Director for the State of Ohio's Equal Opportunity Division. This has been a great presentation today. I think any time that business owners, small, medium, large, male, female, can get experience with making the ask. First of all, understanding what their company is, and then asking for partnership or resource allocation from people who can team with them and possibly even joint venture is always great. I think it's terrific what the group has done here. I think every participant probably grew from it. And actually some of the prime companies probably saw some real capability that they can partner with and take advantage of. So I think this is the start of great things.
My name is Lonnie Coleman, and I'm the president of the Coleman Spine Corporation. And I participated in today's Shark Tank event here at the Tri-C facility. It was a great opportunity to meet some up-and-coming and young construction companies who's trying to make a foray into the business. And I thought we were able to provide a lot of insight as to what's going on and things that they may need to do, and offer some help, especially since we've been around in this business for over 40 years. So there's a lot of experience and knowledge that we have that we're willing to share and help the younger generation that's coming along. One of the important things that we need in our city is the ability to be able to build some capacity in our industry. One of the things that we're lacking is capacity, not only in the minority and female business community, but our community generally overall.